coming at you right now.
You're going to start the meeting by welcoming the public. Anyone want to speak?
Yes, I do. Chris Champlain, Fire Chief of Champlain. Got some concerns. We have some concerns about code enforcement and the way we handle code enforcement in the town. Called down here the other day.
Can't quite hear you.
I called down here the other day and had some concerns from customs about a warehouse that was going on. Fire concerns, for example, stuff being piled too high, emergency doors are still locked and bolted. That concern still goes on today. And when I called here, I was very disappointed in the service I got. Julie Cassinine's not here today, and it's too bad because I want to thank her. She handled that very well. But George, who is our code enforcement officer, a good friend of mine, I know George, it's got to be handled a little bit better than that. My end result was I needed to write a letter. I'll tell you what, I've talked to code enforcement officers in the village of Champlain, town of Morris, town of Shazy. I've never been told to write a letter. I'm a volunteer fire chief. When I say that there's a problem or I have a concern, all I should have to do is express it to the code enforcement officer, and it should go from there. Ms. Castine did a great job, and the end result was George ended up going up there, but we still have a problem up there, as well as other places in the town. Now I can write a letter, but if you write a letter, that takes a couple days, and by the time it gets to the town office here, there's no guarantee it'll get acted on. And I'm not trying to criticize the man as much as I am the position, and we need to really look at how can we improve the service in the future, because this is kind of it's not a life and death situation, but we really need to plan a little bit better. I mean, I was a little disappointed, and it turned into a speakerphone match as far as who called you and why is it your concern, and well, it is my concern. And customer service, I'm sorry, it was terrible. And I don't mean to cause a lot of problems, but what can we do to make it better? And what's the plans in the future?
We don't really have a plan except trying to get more oriented from some of this stuff that's going on. No question about it. I don't know if we'll be able to do better here the first of the year, but we know we have to do something.
You do? Okay.
We have to appoint another man in here. You're not qualified to do some of this work. That's
Yeah.
to go and tell people this right now. It's a drawback.
Well, and that's a good, honest answer. I appreciate that, because there is some concern. I know we've had some situations in the past, and we've had a couple cases where we've had fires in the past too, and called upon the town office to help us out in some shape or manner. And what we do is we, as a department, as a chief officer, either myself or whoever the assistant chief is now, we issue what's called a uniform code violation. We fill it out. Say it's for a chimney fire or an electrical violation, the business or the homeowner cannot start that appliance up until the code enforcement officer is notified. And then the code enforcement officer will sign that off. Now, we issue those to people. In this case, it was a business in the town. We issued this code enforcement statement to the person. They called the town office and he said, don't worry about a thing. Just go ahead and start things back up. Tell you what's going to happen. You guys are going to, and this was a case where there was bare wires and there was a potential for another fire. Had we been called up there again, the liability then would have been off us. It would have been on the town. You guys need to know that there's a potential problem there with that. Otherwise, one of the suggestions was is not to issue those code enforcement violations anymore, or those certificates anymore. But that takes the liability off our agency. I'm sure the fire commissioners would appreciate that. But because the town code enforcement officer works for you guys, he or she, they represent the town of Champlain. So keep that in mind. I just want you guys to watch out for that. I just don't want to wait till there's a problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Anybody else have anything to say? You have a copy of the zoning board minutes. Motion approved.
Make a motion that we approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Minutes of the planning board?
Make a motion that we accept it as second.
All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Court enforcement officer, monthly report.
There you go.
Can I get one on my minutes?
What?
How about that minute?
Approval of the minutes for the September 4th meeting.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Number one on the agenda will be at 7:30. The number two, is set a date for the work on the budget. Some night next week. Right now, October 15th, it is Monday night. Is that favorable to everybody? What time?
Is it all right with Jane? Jane gonna be here?
You can be if you want.
What time?
Yes, no problem.
It's all right?
Yes, fine.
What time do you want to have this for?
What time is best for you, Bruce? Probably the earlier the better for you. 6:30. 6:30 too early?
Nope. 6:30?
Sounds good.
And number three, you have a thing in your packet there on zoning board request for subdivision regulations. This is something that you should look into here, because we have to have a public hearing on this. The zoning board has already approved of the changes. It's up to the town board now to look this thing over, and we could have a public hearing at the next meeting. Is that gonna give me enough time?
Yes. No, you need a motion to have a public hearing.
Well, I'll make a motion that we'll public hearing next meeting, which is November 8th.
7:30?
What time?
7:30?
7:30?
To November 13th.
November 13th. $7:30.
You vote, second vote.
Oh, second.
Second, Ralph, you vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is it okay for Julie Castan to go to this meeting?
Yes.
Also move that we let them go into this TIPS meeting. Okay, thank you.
No second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right.
On election day, we should notify everybody that the elections will be held at the town hall this year. We have a letter that came from the county congratulating us for moving it over to the town here, which will be more convenient.
Only districts 1 and 3.
1 and 3. District 1 and 3.
It looks like. Gonna be sent to everybody.
District 1 will be voting in the Judges Chamber, and District 3 will be voting in the Committee Hall here. On November 6th.
Looks like they,
Wrong number on it here. I got notification here to the town of Shazy for local law number 4, 2000. It's, please be advised that Detail Partners Incorporated has made an application to the town of Shazy to collect its wireless communication equipment as existing communication tower located in Shazy Orchards. The town of Shazy local number 4 of 2000 requires notifications of the above applications to all municipalities and county planning boards. Please allow this act to set notification. Do not hesitate to contact me with any questions concerning this. There's nothing to do about it, just notification that that tower is there. Number 8, contract with New England Waste for snow removal and sanding. We already have a contract with them for this year. We should look into seeing if we should get more money for this for the following year, which comes up in the budget. Sam would probably be able to tell us on that part how he's making out with this stuff, because salt has gone up and the price of sand has gone up also. Number 9, we have an opening, an assessment review board. The appointment for Roland LeBlanc to be a board of assessment review.
Also move to appoint Roland LeBlanc for the term of October 1st, 2001 to September 30th, 2006.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We need a motion to give back money to TJ Tisley. They are the people that did the digging on the prospect for the cable, and that was a check for security, and everything's been cleared with them there now. So now we have to have a motion
Also move
to return the money.
to check back for $8,935.
Is there a second
Second.
motion? All in favor?
Aye.
We're still trying on this number 11 from Ronnie Brown. The generator, we made an application 2 years ago. We still don't know if we're going to get that or not. That grant. This generator was supposed to take care of the substation for Miramar and Route 11 Water District. Standby generator. And the state has granted money for this. we were supposed to pay a small percentage of it, but we still haven't received any notification if this generator is gonna be available or not. We have a resolution here. Resolution to remove clerical position for the town of Champlain. Where the town board, the town of Champlain, has been applied to continue with the requirements set by civil service, they hereby dissolve the position of clerical typist of the town of Champlain, effective at the adopted of the resolution.
Motion.
Need a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Okay, Mr. Bruce. Ralph. Okay.
Roll call vote. Mr. Cookman?
Aye.
Mr. DeMars?
Aye.
Mr. Willett?
Aye.
Councilman Tran votes aye. Resolution 002. Resolution for the town clerk's duties. Where because of the change of the loss of clerical position, the town board of Champlain has the need to add the duties and the responsibility of the town clerk. Where the critical duties and all responsible with the Department of Code Enforcement shall be the duty of the town clerk. Where the critical duties of zoning and all related responsibilities of the Department of Zoning shall be a duty of the town clerk. Where the clerical duty of the water and sewer departments, the building of all services, and the issuing of any and all permits shall be the responsibility of the town clerk.
So moved.
Ralph.
Second.
Okay.
Roll call vote. Mr. Cookman?
Aye.
Mr. DeMars?
Aye.
Mr. Waller?
Aye.
Councilman Trail votes aye.
Mr. Devine. Hmm? Mr. Devine.
You have to read that one.
Where the town board has required the town clerk of the town of Champlain to perform additional clerical duties. With these new duties, this will require more work for the office of the town clerk. I accept the responsibility for these duties, but I will need some help to do this work. I therefore appoint Julie Castine as a full-time deputy town clerk to assist me in these new duties as well as my present duties and to perform all of these duties when I am absent. This is my appointment. Board ratified.
Second. You roll call vote on that also.
No, yeah. Or nothing.
What?
Fine.
I have a roll call vote. Mr. Cookman?
Aye.
Mr. DeMars?
Aye.
Mr. Wallet?
Aye.
Councilman Trail votes aye.
Sure enough.
Resolution number 004. Resolution to set compensation for full-time duty deputy town clerk. Where the town of Champlain board has the authority by the town law to set the compensation for the full-time deputy town clerk. Where the council members of the town board of Champlain agree the salaries for the full-time clerk to be set at $9 per hour, and also those benefits set in the town policy for full-time employees. Be part of the compensation for the deputy town clerk, Julie Castine.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote. Mr. Cookman.
Aye.
Mr. DeMars.
Aye.
Mr. Wallet.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. Got a letter from the county treasurer stating that we've got $85,039.48 in the last third quarter of the sales tax. We have a draft on the highway superintendent to have for any time highway equipment is used on private land, dumping fill, dirt, whatever, that the people will have to sign this document to relieve any damages by the town on their property.
So moved. Second.
Roll call vote. Mr.
Aye.
DeMars?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. We have a letter from the zoning board stating that there's changes in the sign laws. The signs law will change in zoning district 1C1 and C1 to allow freestanding signs in zone district 1C1 and C1. The first freestanding sign will not exceed 150 square feet, and the second free sign allowed not to exceed 75 square feet. Freestanding sign will not exceed 100 feet in the air. The zoning board of appeal has asked the town board to review the sign laws, change, and consider in this matter would be greatly appreciated.
I was at the zoning board and they approved this to send it to the town board for a public hearing. And I'd like to make a motion to schedule a public hearing for the November meeting.
At what time?
We got one at 7:30, 7:45.
Second.
Yeah.
All in favor? Opposed? Carried.
And that's one.
I have a letter from Julie Castine, subject application 21-600 from Daryl Mesack, dated September 20th, 2001. Daryl Mesack filed an application in August for a special use approved to build a sawmill on a Tallman Road. Recently, he has asked to withdraw the application. I am requesting that he receive his fee of $100 back because the application was never reviewed by the zoning board of appeal. Is there a motion to give him back his $100?
Also moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
Did you have that one from Jane? That one from you, want that right? Okay, yeah.
We have a letter from Jane, our secretary, which is for the hardware, computer hardware and computer, which Jane and Ralph are looking into.
And this is that thing to,
Software supply and important messages.
she has her software supplier has recommended that she be disconnected from the internet, because the internet, she can get worms and viruses can be fed into it and ruin the hard drive and to foul up her accounting system. And he recommends that her accounting system be removed from the computer and put in a separate computer that is not connected to the internet to protect all of the records of the town of Champlain. There's been 4 years of records.
Now, we're gonna be buying a new one for this.
Yes, replace,
And we've got the prices on this?
yes. And the price for the new one.
And what Ralph wants is $2,480. That's Ralph's. And James is $1,344.
How much is hers?
1,344 plus the CD writer. Does that come
There are
to?
different options in there, depending on whether or not the town board elects to go with the retrieval program, the scanner, and different size memory. It will depend on the decision to be made next week sometime.
So are you looking at the $1,596.95?
As the ultimate, right?
I would go because you won't need a CD read and write.
Jules, it's $1,596.95.
1,000?
$596.95. And his is $2,480. Is there anything else in that one, Ralph?
No, that's the maximum. Depending upon what you do with that other program. We're having a demonstration of how the program on the 6th and the 13th,
On the
next
13th.
week. They're gonna come and they're gonna throw it on that wall. They're gonna demonstrate the system, and anybody that wants to come up and see it.
What day?
The 13th at noon, 1 o'clock.
13th is
Tuesday.
Saturday.
What's today?
Today's the 9th.
What's a week from today?
That'd be the 16th.
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 All right, the 16th,
What
on a
time?
Tuesday. Noon, he's gonna be here around noon, probably be 1 o'clock if he's ready to set it up on the wall and show anybody who wants to see it. Explain it.
So are you looking for an emotion to buy these tonight?
You're
He
gonna,
said he'll buy whatever we decide
you're
upon.
gonna be buying whatever you decide on that day.
Right, whatever after we decide on the program, then we'll know what size. We need the computer, it doesn't matter what size.
I'll make a motion that we authorize the clerk and the secretary to buy the computers up to that amount that they need for their job of the new software package.
Second.
Call vote.
Aye.
Lars?
Aye.
Roulette? Tran votes aye.
You'll-
7:30.
7:30?
Yeah.
Public hearing. Public hearing.
Want to have the public hearing on the veteran,
I'll read the notice.
for the veterans exemptions.
Town Board scheduled a public hearing on October 9th, 2001 at 7:30 PM at the town offices, 729 Route 9, Champlain, New York. The purpose of the public hearing will be for the town board to consider a proposed local law titled Increasing the Limit of Alternate Veterans Exemption. All persons interested in the subject will be heard.
Questions? Any questions from the public?
I think that the last time we were up here, we weren't sure if it was going to be the public hearing that evening or not, but I think that, on my part, I think that what needed to be said was said. So,
Thank you. Anybody else?
I'd like to concur with you.
We're all here just in support of it.
Thank you. Glad to have you.
You've heard all the good arguments.
Need a motion for the veterans exemption for the board?
Also move.
Second. Roll call vote.
Aye.
Mr. Demars?
Aye.
Mr. Wallet?
Aye.
Trainer votes aye.
On behalf of the veterans of the town, we thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Go to committee reports. Building committee?
No.
Grant committee?
No. Nothing.
Board of assessment?
No.
Highway committee? We'll have to get together with Sammy to see what highways are going to be on for next season. And any major culvert work, so then we get this in the budget part of it. How they been cutting out your sand right now? It's
Well, we've been hauling, the sifting's all done now,
all done?
and we've got about a half our pile.
All,
They got that culvert across on the Dubois Wet Road.
did that get done
Well,
yesterday?
you
Well, they were supposed
will.
to do that on Monday.
It is done.
All
yes.
done?
Yeah.
Not too much trouble?
No,
Good. The trees in the way?
no, we took care of them.
Water and sewer?
The only thing I've got is the application is back in the hands of the engineer for the water and sewer on Route 11, and we're still working on that.
Landfill committee?
Nothing.
The only thing that I have with the landfill is that sometime this month we'll have to mow that again.
I already did.
You already did?
Yep.
All
They're
done?
all done.
Good.
Jim, did you check for woodchuck holes again?
There was none.
And none?
No. There was none up there.
Good. I'll get ahead of it a little bit. Town clerk's report?
Have two items, it's trying to buy or decide on a uniform plan for the uniform. Dry cleaning plan.
Yeah.
The one we had last year has given us a quotation which is less than last year. Price has gone down.
They're the only ones that give you a price?
Yes.
We don't have to accept that now anyway.
No, except you want it for budget time.
For budget time, we're gonna need it, right? Because we don't have to give that out till
No,
January.
not unless you're gonna, if you wanna send it, put an advertisement in for more bids, then you have to decide tonight. If you don't want it, you want to take this one, then you can just work on it. Budget.
That's for budget time.
Okay?
Anything else?
Yes, I have one other item. As you know, we have a car in the backyard. The police handling it gave us. Have no place. They have the owner, but he's in jail. And talking to the attorney in Plattsburgh, it seems like it's going to cost a lot more to handle it than it's worth. So we've done nothing about it. Meantime, they picked up 2 more cars. And they, in their wisdom, the state police delivered them to Garceau's, and Garceau picked them up. Now he's got them, and he's probably charging us rental on these vehicles. And one of them is an '89 Volkswagen, and the other is an '85 Chevrolet. There's no keys, can't get in them. Nobody knows the odometer reading. So after some investigation, I finally got a copy of the law that governs it. And what it says that if the vehicle does not have plates affixed to it, and we can get a dealer to say they're worth less than $750, we can dispose of them. They're our property, but we have to dispose of them to a licensed vehicle dismantler. You can't just sell them to you or somebody like that. The ones that have a plate on them, we have to make an effort to pursue the DMV to locate the last owner of that car and send him a notice giving him so many days to pick that up. If he doesn't pick it up, then we can sell it at public auction. That's where we're at. I'm trying to get a price on the cars, if somebody's going to give me a price on these valuable cars. And without getting in them, without the keys, know if they run, it's not too easy to get a price.
Nobody has the keys, though.
They were up in Amex or something, they've been there for a long time. Nobody ever came back. Once they pick them up and give them to us, then it's our problem.
And right now, we have to pay storage on it?
You have to pay storage. And
We do?
Yes, sir.
Or do they have them delivered here?
I would like to have you or someone of authority talk to the state police and find out. I couldn't find out. Seems to me that
I
the
mean,
state police are gonna pick them
the
up.
state
and-
police has, they hire a hauler when they have this.
But I don't know why they didn't have them hauled
Why did they
here.
have them hauled here instead of bringing them to somebody's private yard?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, if they bring them to somebody's private yard, then we shouldn't be involved in it, right?
But we are, because they gave me the paper and said it's our responsibility.
Now, we'd have to get them from there to here, we've gotta pay the hauling cost.
Well, I
Who
talked
pays
to.
the hauling to have them
If
moved
they're
off
under
the
that,
sidewalk?
if they're under that amount, Kay is a licensed car dismantler, and I've talked to him. He's going to look at him and give me a price. I think he'll pick it up for nothing, so we don't have to pay to have it hauled here, he'll go there and pick it up. He may not give us anything for one, the other one, they may give us something. So we're still negotiating that. But anyhow, I'm working on it, hopefully we'll get some results. Without dealing with the lawyer,
What's the one in the yard here worth?
no idea. We're gonna work on it. Now we got the law and we're working on it.
The last one I got rid of was here for about 10 years.
Quite a while.
It's not gonna go on the highway anymore, you know, so I took care of that. It's gone.
That's all I have, sir.
Tim, you have anything to report on the highway?
Just that the new trucks in at Riley Ford's.
That's
They're
the
gonna
dump truck.
deliver it?
And they're gonna be delivering it this week. And the new fuel tank is in the pump.
You
That's
got
the
the what?
pickup you're talking
And
about?
You got the pump?
The new pump and the new tank is in too.
That came in also?
Yep.
And you're gonna put that on, the highway's gonna put that on?
Yep.
We're gonna get that stencil, we're gonna get that little truck stencil.
Yes, definitely. That was, sounds like the rest of them.
I'll find out where he got that from and get a price on it.
Yeah.
I understand there's a couple places that does it now, we can check around.
Yeah.
Sam knows about it anyway, when
Yeah.
he gets back, or unless you know beforehand. What color did it come out?
Pardon me?
What color is it?
Silver.
Silver? Good, because I know there was debating there, it's supposed to be red, and nobody wanted red. Good.
What happened on the other truck? The one we're stretching?
It's still in the shop.
It's there?
No, it's not here, it's in the shop in Plattsburgh.
Okay.
I don't know when, that's not gonna be ready before the end of the month, I heard.
But they're putting the rear ends in it right now. They got the frame already stretched on it. We've mounted 4 tires and 4 rims and brought them down last week. So they do have all the tires down
Yeah.
there.
If you have a chance, it's, you should take them that brush hog, that chipper there, and bring that in a shop there, and have it gone over. There's a lot of little things wrong with it there to
Get it in,
Get
get
it-
it tuned up.
cleaned up and ready to roll, or for when we need it, and when you put it back up in the other cold storage.
Well, once we get the road, once we get our sand hauled here, in here, and we can get back out and do some chipping.
We
Does the
put-
public have any other,
We put a regular box on that truck,
what's that?
that truck that we're stretching. We're gonna put a regular box on it, or we're gonna put one of the boxes like on the new truck?
That's a regular 14-foot box,
Regular box.
regular box, because you're gonna sand it into it. One of the other ones, one that good one, that
Stainless steel.
stainless steel sander should have on that.
I was talking to Tim about that stainless steel window is gonna be about, what, 6, 7 feet short?
No, not that.
It's single axle one.
Yeah, it's a 10-foot spreader, you're gonna put a 14-foot box.
We'll have to make something in the front of that so that sand doesn't drop down there.
I think you can do that, or mount it on a frame. If it's up to me, I mount it on a frame. Take the box off, and then you got a clean box. Right?
The box doesn't
That's the
rot
highway
out.
department's call. Is what?
Your box doesn't rot out either.
That's right. Lasts longer.
I'll see how it's pinned down there when they get it here. See if it's much of a job.
It doesn't take that long to take a box off anyway, so.
No.
Whenever you decide, I'd try one on a frame for 1 year anyway.
Yeah.
Anybody from the public wish to speak at this time?
Do you usually get this many people in the audience here?
We have the, you have the book, for the insurance. Has everybody reviewed this, or? I have to sign it then? I gotta find out about that, some of that other equipment that we gotta take out of there, but other than that, I mean, it's the bulk of it is for the equipment. So it's hard to sign that then. Should have a motion on that.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Jules, the audience asked you a question there.
Do you usually get this many people in your meetings from the?
Sometimes more, sometimes a lot less.
A lot less?
There's no other questions here. We'll have the review of the post audit bills.
Only one other thing, Jules, on that subdivision law. The man, the attorney sent a letter requesting the town put a moratorium on for 1 year until this is done. Anything over 5 lot sizes. Anything below that would be no problem. Anything over over 5 lot, then they.
I don't know. I thought that the state already had that in effect through the years, but apparently they didn't, because I know that in Niagara got involved, we'd have to have a subdivision. It'd be up to the board to decide if they want to leave it at 5 or bring it down to 3.
Yeah, that's right, it's up to the board. I mean, this is his recommendation.
But the state had one, it was 3 lots. Remember when we did one at Ross's Point a long time ago, when it was and number 3 had to be into a subdivision.
Anything over 3, eh?
At that time, I don't know if they want to change it. I mean, 5, of course, you're going to populate an area, 5 is nothing, but in an area like this it is.
Board of Health
You could
always,
set 5 lots behind your house.
Board of Health always said subdivision, point of variance, 20 point, with illegal subdivision.
That's right, it is.
There
You read
must have
it.
been some kind of a subdivision law, or it couldn't have been
Well,
illegal.
I mean, it's one of those deals, these things start up and nobody does anything about them, and they, all of a sudden you got 20 lots here and they're on.
So the zoning board is recommending that we go with the moratorium for 1 year. That was their recommendation at their last meeting.
How many lots? 5 lots?
Well, we can go 5, what he's saying, or go 3 like Jules.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to leave this open to the board here, this, whatever their wishes are here.
I'm not a builder, so I don't really.
But this is not a city, 5 lots and not that.
Up to the board.
There's 5 lots, I'd like to see it stay 5.
Anything under 5 lots, they can go without the subdivision plan, is what this moratorium is saying.
Like the Board of Health might say it's different.
Yeah.
Well, they can always overrule you anyhow. They can overrule you anyhow.
That's right.
You gotta have their permission, so.
When you're outside the villages, you say would overrule that, the septic part of it.
So going by the zoning board of appeals recommendation, I'll make a motion that we go with the moratorium for 1 year for the 5 lot size.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can you give me a copy of that?
Anything else, Ralph?
No, that's it.
Anything else?
Bill.
You?
I said bills.
Motion for the post audit bills and the monthly bills.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Motion adjourned.
We'll do a vote.
You can go.